40 of them, 50 of them in a pile. And so I started gluing them all together in this big sheet. And it's just all the cutouts. It's just all the background material. And I'm just going to keep gluing them together until I got a giant... This one's big. It's like 4 feet. And so it's like a meter. And so far, this one's 7 layers thick. But I'm just going to keep adding to it and adding to it. Every time I cut a piece, I'm just going to glue it to this until it's like a mile thick. And then after it's all done, I'm going to put it in a really cool base, and I'm going to shoot LEDs up through it and see what happens. And, or maybe one of those, those strips with the I squared C, the RGB, the ones that Adafruit's all gaga about, and SparkFun has them too, and like maybe one of those. And so this is my art project, but I think this is going to be really cool when it's thick and well lit.
Wow! If you come to a maker fair, you have to bring that. Like seriously.
It's funny you say that. I am really, really, really trying hard to get down to California. It's the Bay Area Makers Fair. It's got to be San Francisco. No? Yes? I assume so.
San Mateo.
San Mateo.
Yeah.
Okay, so close. But at any rate, I really, really want to get down there. And if I miss it, I'll hit wherever it is up here, either Boston or New York this year. And, I don't know if this is going to fit in my suitcase, but it is cool. I use fluorescent lights in my shop. I think maybe I might use these maybe I'll hang it under the fluorescent. So
wow.
So there you go. That's, without doing CNC stuff, which I have to avoid because it's already 9 and it'll be like a half an hour of me rambling if I start. So I'm not going to do CNC.
Okay. Well,
but, that's what I got.
Can people look at that robot that you just made to see, like, if they can fix it? Like, I'm thinking maybe it would be cool if you held a competition, just like for everyone, like on Let's Make Robots and stuff. Fix this robot, and then you win the robot. Like, I don't know. Like, just like...
You can have it if you fix it contest.
Yeah.
Actually, no. There's a LMR user named Android Man, the Android Man, and he's been doing this for a while, but he just kind of came out of the works a few months ago. And most recently, he had this epic marathon of posts, like a dozen posts or 15 posts, which basically constitute a giant yard sale. And I bought him out. I bought like every sprocket and gear and chain that he owned, and like all of his steppers, and I've got a lot of really, really, really good stuff. And the main thing is I got these awesome little plastic sprockets and this really small number 25 bicycle chain. It's like half the size of regular bicycle chain, and it's just awesome. And it has everything. It has like the master links, and it's incredible. So I have everything I need to actually make this work. In terms of just adding one quick step of gearing, and then it'll be actually an awesome robot, and even more accurate because it's geared down. But it requires another chassis. There's just no way to modify this as it sits because the motors are really tucked in there. I mean, there's just not like a whole heck of a lot of space to fudge and ludge stuff around. So I don't know. It's unfortunate because I really wanted to play with this robot. This one, I have no intention of ever selling this, and so it was for fun. And it's like the first fun thing I've done in a really long time because most of the time I'm doing stuff I have to sell, which isn't fun. It's work, and
What?
this one was for
What?
fun, and
What?
it didn't work. So.
What? Did I just hear that? Seriously?
What?
Making robots isn't fun because you're selling them? It should be more fun because you get to see other people use them.
Yeah, you would think, but it doesn't work like that. It's first of all, actually putting kits together is mind-numbingly boring. You're counting screws all night long. That's what you do. You
No,
count
you
screws.
have to
That's
build a robot that counts the screws.
I know. And everyone says you should weigh them. You should weigh them. Even if you weigh them, you're still counting screws because weighing does not speed anything up. It just doesn't. And then it's like trying to keep everything universal, like trying to make sure the kits use the least number of different sizes of screws. Like I'll go through and redesign parts so they'll use whatever the kit uses the most of. So I can, so it's more universal. So it's not like there's like 9 sizes of screws for one kit. There's like 2 sizes,
No,
and
see, you have to 3D
yeah, it's
print the
just,
screws.
I don't, yeah, no. Actually, hey, along those lines, I couldn't believe it when Mr. Most Useless Project in the World guy whipped out his bags with Albany County fastener stickers on them. I was just like, ooh, that's the company I ordered from. We're screw buddies now. But yeah, no, there's a distinct difference between designing and making kits that are going to be kitted for sale and doing things for yourself. And the same thing rings true with code. When I write code for myself, there are things I can get away with, and when I write code that other people are going to consume, it's written in a completely different way. It takes 2 or 3 times as long. Everything has to be commented and done neatly and tidy, and all your variables need to be named things that make sense to everybody, not just you. And it's just a whole nother game, man. And so, which just emphasizes the point that it just is really not cool that this thing that was supposed to be fun didn't work. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Okay, well, that's interesting, I guess. Nice try on the robot. Yeah, maybe next week you can talk about CNC, because next week Albert will probably be CNCing live on the show. So, yeah, next week can be CNC week.
I hope to.
CNC with CTC.
Yeah, I will hopefully at that point have, like, I'm just still just gaga over parts, and I'm like, parts. But hopefully in a week or so that will wear off, and I'll actually have usable information and content. So, yes, next week, CNC. Sounds good.
Awesome.